been wondering what you're going to learn on Whiteboard Webcast or what you'll get with strategic point marketing? I want to run you through a quick case study. It's just going to take a couple of seconds, but I want to talk to you about a company that I consulted with about sales and marketing. The company is called CNC, and what they do are they're basically a fire, water, and damage restoration company. So anytime that you have an emergency, something blow up, something burn in your building, or anything of that sort, whether it be commercial or residential, this company focuses a lot more on commercial. And I sat down with their sales team and their sales manager, and we went through a couple of things. And the first thing that he told me about when we started our coaching session was that he was focused on company-focused touch points. So what he was looking at is a consumer, and with that consumer, what he said he was going to do is take about a 121-step process to follow up with those people. See, here's the situation when it comes to restoration companies. They only need you, a company, your prospect may only need you once every 5 years, if even that. But whenever they need you, they really need you. They need you there. The problem with this approach, this touch point of 121 is there's only 365 days in a year. So 121 touch points for something that you may never need, and if you do, maybe once in 5 years, that's a lot of touch points. That's a lot of consumption, a lot of time and energy, not only from this side of the sales approach, but also the consumer side. So as we sat down and we started looking at it, I said, let's back up a second, because that's a lot of time, a lot of push from your company to prospects. So how can we be more pointed, more effective, and more engaged with consumers? So we identified two main offers. First of all, it needed to be low risk. What can we offer to somebody to get them engaged with us that's very low risk? And number two, easy to grab, something with handles. When you go to McDonald's, you don't have to think about, okay, I want this burger and this fry and this drink. You just simply order a number 1 through number 10, whatever it may be. So easy to grab and low risk. What can a company like this, a restoration company, do that measures up to low risk and easy to grab? Here's what we identified. It's something called an ERP, an emergency recovery plan. Now this ERP, the focus of this is companies need to have a plan in place. What does that plan look like? Well, if water falls from the sky, if fire lights up from the ground and starts to burn, and you come in immediately after the devastation has hit, and you are now in charge of putting everything back together, what do you do first? What's the first step? Everything's put out, right? But water's still dripping, because if fire came, water hit. If it was a tornado that took off your roof or something and water hit, what are you going to do? What's your first step? That's what an ERP does for you. So this company hadn't really focused on putting an ERP into place. So I sat down with the owner and I said, hey, this is really what you should be focused on, is making sure that your clients have an ERP that you have put together for them. So if something does happen, they remember in the back of their mind, oh yeah, I had that company do that for me. So great, now we have the ERP. We sit down with the sales staff and we lay out the plan and say, okay, here's the plan, here's what we're going to do for you, here's what we're going to do for clients. We want everyone to focus on an ERP. The first thing that happens, one of their lead salespeople stands up and at the top of his voice just screams, this is never going to work. Are you kidding me? This is the dumbest thing. And I said, why? Calm down for a second and explain to me why it is the dumbest thing ever. He said, it's never going to work, and here's why. Everyone already has it. Everybody. I said simply this. Qualify everybody. Is that 100% of the market has an ERP? Is that what you're explaining to me? Because you know your business better than I do. I'm a marketing guy. I'm a sales guy. I'm a consultant to your company. You're in your company every day, living and breathing your company. And I understand that. So educate me. Why and how does everyone have it? Why will it never work and why does everyone have it? And if they don't have it, they know what it is. That's his second statement. If they don't have it, they already know what it is, so they don't need it from us. So I said, let's do some discovery. Let me ask you a question, Mr. Salesperson. Out of every 100 companies out of every 100 companies, how many of them have an ERP? So this is my question back to him. How many have the actual ERP in place? And as we started talking about it, I had him sit down and actually give me some numbers. How many do you think it really is? Your experience talking here, how many has it? Do you think 100% of the market has it? He said, no. I said, do you think 80%? No. We played this game back and forth, and finally I got them down to 30% of the market actually has it. After about an hour and a half conversation, 30% actually has it. What does that mean? 70% doesn't. So I said, okay, great. Let's just go ahead and push it back up to 60. Let's say that double what you actually gave us a percentage on actually has it. So 60% has it. You still have 40% of the marketplace that doesn't have it. 40% of every business in every major MSA doesn't have an ERP. That's huge. Those are numbers that we can go after. Now we have a target market and we have something easy to sell, easy to push, easy for education that every business owner, if you position yourself right, should want and have that. So our quick hit is upgrade your sales position. What is it that you're currently offering? Something you're currently doing that you could do better? Could you make it easy to grab, easy to handle, low risk, but a lot of information? Something that sets you apart from your competition. That's one example of Whiteboard Webcast approach and strategic point marketing and how we can help you and your business.